Citrine is a glassy yellow variation of quartz, which in many cultures is known simply as the money stone. And let me tell you, in Warframe, Citrine is sure to make you unfathomably rich. Welcome back, Tenno, to the 6th installment of the Warframe A-Z series, in which we take a look at every frame in the game and provide you with a fantastic zero Forma build to help carry you through Steel Path and beyond. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at Citrine, the Crystal Bastion. Released on February 15th with the Citrine's Last Wish update, this crystal-inspired Warframe packs a massive punch, capable of pretty much anything, including energy and health orb generation, a passive 25 HP a second team-wide heal, the priming of enemies with all 4 base elements, a flat-out 90% damage resist that stacks with others, and an easy way to control and immobilize large groups of enemies whilst giving you and your team a huge critical chance bonus. Citrine really is a jack of all trades. So let's take a look at her abilities. Up first, we have her passive ability, Geoluminescence. This passive makes Citrine emit a healing aura that heals all allies in affinity range at a rate of 5 health a second, stacking up to a maximum of 25 health a second after collecting 200 health orbs. This pairs super well with her second ability that we'll discuss in a moment. Up next is her first main ability, Fractured Blast. Citrine sends out a crystal blast that cuts enemies, inflicting bleed, which deals true damage to an enemy's health bar. Enemies that have been cut are also marked, as indicated by a symbol appearing above their heads. If you kill an enemy that has been marked, they have a higher chance of dropping a health or energy orb. This scales have ability strength, starting at a 50% chance for health orbs and a 20% chance for energy orbs, with a base range of 14 meters. Moving on to her second ability, Preserving Shell. This is Citrine's primary source of survivability, as well as her team's. Citrine casts a crystalline shell that guards her and her allies within affinity range, providing a 90% damage reduction. This protection decays over time, but can be replenished by anyone in range of the shell by getting kills. This synergizes perfectly with her passive ability, as this heals everyone in affinity range, providing excellent survivability even in harder missions. Next up is her third ability, Prismatic Gem. Citrine deploys a large gemstone that shoots out beams of prismatic energy. The gem will target any enemies that Citrine or her allies in range are damaging, and its beams inflict heat, cold, toxin, and electricity status effects. Citrine and allies in range of the gem also gain an increase to their status chance and status duration. These bonuses are additive with other status chance and duration mods, and multiple Citrines can stack this status buff. Finally, we have her fourth and ultimate ability, Crystallize. Citrine summons massive crystal fractals that rush towards enemies on impact. Upon reaching an enemy, the crystals paralyze them and sprout massive crystal growths on the enemy's upper extremities. Citrine and allies that shoot these growths gains 300% absolute crit chance, which guarantees red crits regardless of your weapon's innate or modded crit chance. Now that we've taken a look at her abilities, let's talk mods. For this build, we will not be subsuming any ability onto her, as I feel her base kit is perfectly designed to work together and does not need any help at all. For the mods, we'll be using a mixture of duration, range, and strength mods to buff her ability's effectiveness. Adaptation is also used to stack with her second ability's 90% damage reduction to provide even more survivability. For this build, we will also be leveraging Archon Vitality to double the heat procs from her third ability. This mod does not need to be leveled up at all, as the double heat procs come base with the mod. If you do not have this mod, you can switch out Primed Flow for regular flow and switch Archon Vitality for regular vitality for those extra hit points and survivability. You can use whatever aura mod you like for this build, but I recommend either Energy Siphon or Corrosive Projection. If you decide you want to invest just a singular Forma into Citrine, you can also switch to a triple Archon mod build, like so. This allows her third ability's gem to inflict an additional corrosive status via Archon Continuity, double heat procs through Archon Vitality, and energy regen from Archon Stretch. As for arcanes, none are necessary, but if you have some available and want to use them, some good options are Molt Augmented for bonus strength, Arcane Blessing for bonus health and effective hit points, Arcane Guardian for bonus armor and additional damage reduction, or Arcane Energize for more energy from energy orbs. As always, these are flexible and you can use whatever combination of arcanes best suit you. Now that we've taken a look at the build, let's see this beautiful Crystalline warrior in action. As always, if you've enjoyed this video and made it this far, be sure to drop a like and comment, as it really helps out the channel and shows interest in these types of videos. And if you want to keep up to date as new builds come out, be sure to subscribe. Anyways, cue the music.